Hello, this is the DIY Magician with another quick pallet project. That's right, I'm using scraps of pallet wood to make a painting drying stand. Hang tight. Well, we're going to go old school with this one. That's right, we're going to make a painting drying device. It's going to be a little rack that we can put little items on, and I'll show you about that in a second, but we've got to build it first. So here it is. I've got some scraps of pallet wood here. This is the round edge that you get sometimes, where this is the pallet that you put things on. Well, this is the round part. Well, I figured out what to use with the round part because we've got both round parts there. And then we also have, I've kind of fudged a little bit. This is actually a fence board, but it's the same as a 1x6 from a pallet. I just had this as an extra piece. So anyways, these are the components. What I've done is I've measured out the distance between the two spots here, and I have cut this piece to size. So we're going to do that in a second. But to start off, we need to do the uprights. Okay. So going old school, this is going to be the top, and this will be the bottom. Okay. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to do it the other way around because I put little marks here. I actually found the spot that I wanted it to be, just like that, and I put a little trace mark on there. It doesn't matter which side because we're going to have paint drops on it anyway. Okay? So, what I do when I'm taking apart my pallets is I put them all in here. All the nails go in here. So, good nails, bad nails, bent ones, small ones, big ones, whatever. They're all in a container like this. I keep these. And so every pallet I do goes right in there. So what I've done is I've pre-sorted out some nice skinny nails. These look like they're about 2-inch nails, and I'm going to use those on all of the parts here. So we've got our little hammer, and I'm going to probably should verify where the meat is of this round piece. So I've got the edge right there. It looks about right. So I'm gonna draw the curvature. Originally I was gonna use screws, but I decided not to. So now I know where the curvature is. You're gonna nail inside the curvature so you can actually nail into the board right here. Okay. I'm taking a risk on nails. Like I said, I don't usually do the nails, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to try and reuse every little bit I can. Okay, did that make it through? Yep, there it is. That one needs to go a little bit further. Yep, okay. 2 per side. I figured that's the best way to do it. That way you don't have any curling or twisting or what have you. Okay, so there we go. Again, we're going to trace the curvature. Have you figured it by now that I do kind of rustic? I've said it before, and I'll keep saying it. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, there's one, and all right. Now here's the fun part. We're going to flip it over, and hopefully we will be able to repeat the process on the other side here. That's the correct one. Right to the edge, right about in the center, give or take. And, oops, let's do it. All right, let's give it a shot. Is this going to work? I hope it is, please. Make sure that we get... Is it going to stay? It did it. Okay. So now we're going to make sure. Well, I say that, but this side over here, ay, ay, ay. Now I'm too far out. It'll be fine though, because yeah, I hate nails. But we're going to do them anyway. We're going to use these nails. Here we go. Okay. That one made it in. It's a nice solid joint. It's relatively straight-ish. Again, this is just a device to hold things to dry when we're painting. All the little projects that we do with the little intricate little parts and all that stuff. That's the second half of the video. Okay. So far so good. We get it? Ah, yes. Just like that. Okay. So now we have our uprights. And I have this little guy here. And it still fits in okay. We're going to make it work because, again, this is just for the purposes of drying things, hanging things. Okay, so let's give that a little twist a little bit there. And I think that'll work once we get that done there. Okay, before we mount this part here, we're going to set that aside. Because we're hanging different things, different shaped items, different sizes, I'm going to put a few nails in to the side here. Here we go. These are the nails that are going to hold things up. Okay, so they don't have to be fancy. Okay. In fact, they're not fancy at all. Okay, let's see. Well, one more on this side. All right, so that's going to be one side. Let's go ahead and put a few on the other side, but I got to figure out, I'm going to get a little creative here. And I'm hoping this jar is strong enough. It should be. I'm going to alternate. So I have a few on each side that I can hang things off of. Get it started. And then if you hold it kind of on an angle, that should do it. Let's do two more. Okay. There we go. Now another thing you have to be careful of is that these were shot out of a nail gun to make the pallets. So you might find that little burr on it. So you have to be careful. If you need to use a pair of pliers to cut the burr off, that'll be fine too. There we go. I'm going to switch it around here and do it that side to give more leverage. Again. There we go. Okay, so now we have our nails. Again, these are going to be the nails that hang things, just like that. Get this out of the way. And let's keep our nails handy because we're going to need to nail something together. All right, so here we go. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do it with a clamp. Here we go, our big clamp. Now you're going to find that some clamps are better than others. I'm going to pre-start that clamp right there just to kind of get it started. And hopefully, there we go. Some clamps are better than others. I've found, run across these are Craftsman. I know that they were probably made by somebody other than Sears, I hope. Because I don't know how much longer we're going to have Sears with us, but the Craftsman tool brand is still there. Now we've got to move it down again so that we can put the nails in. Okay, but these Craftsman work good. I have some of the other brands that are okay. I don't know why this brand is better than the others, but because I tend to buy things that are used, I think I might have ended up with some other brands that maybe have lost their usefulness. Okay, so now we're going to try this. I'm going to try it just like this. I'm going to try for 2 nails. Okay. We're going to make it work. Let me switch to this side. It may be a little bit easier. Here we go. Watch somebody do a project and not be able to put nails in. That's okay. Everything can't be perfect. Here we go. Okay, got one in. We're doing good. We're halfway there on this side. Now, another thing I tend to do is if I'm using a large enough area, I will crisscross the nails, or I call it crisscrossing, or screws. So you're not putting them like this, you're kind of angling them. So I'm doing this one just a little towards the front. They're going to make it. I have the smaller hammer because I thought I was just going to do the ones on the side here, but in reality it would have been much easier to do it with a larger hammer. Okay. Now, because I've got one side in, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to go ahead and hold it like this to get the other side. Here we go. This one's going to be so much easier. And of course, that's when everything goes wrong. Okay, one more. Again, just slightly back, about there. There it is. Dun dun dun. All right, that's our prop. This is the first half of the video. Hang tight and you'll get to see the ending in just a moment. As some of you may know, I also do puppets and things like that. Well, I'm starting to do larger puppets, and I'm working on building some ventriloquism dolls, figures, what have you. So I am in the middle of making some legs and some little hands. I'm making a little robot. So what I was thinking of is, how am I going to paint these things, paint the bottom, and keep them from getting messed up and this and that? Well, that's when I came up with the idea of putting a cup hook on the top of each of the pieces. So it's nice that I can hold it and paint it, and then when I'm done, I'll show you in a second what we're going to do. But basically, you just straightforward get some small cup hooks, and you are going to screw them into the areas that can be done. These are going to be arms, the pinchers for a robot. So this part here is going to be wrapped in fabric, so it doesn't matter. The cup hook is here. You will probably remove the cup hook afterwards. I am, and you're good to go. But that's how it is. So with the prop being done, here it is. You paint your props, and then you hang it from the little nails that we put on a few minutes ago, and there it is. Just like that, you have a paint drying center. Just a little newspaper underneath and you're good to go. And there it is, another quick pallet project using scraps of pallets, using pallet nails. We fudged on the fence board, but you get the idea. It's a 1x6, so a 2x4 strip, a ripped down piece, or you could use a full 2x4 strip on here if you wanted to as well. A 1x6 on the bottom, so any drippage might land on that. But there it is. Thank you again. Please subscribe. This is the DIY Magician. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time. Again, don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye now.